So we're discussing homeless families. The number one reason for homelessness is when someone or a family receives a notice to quit from a private landlord. The number one excuse being given these days, substantial refurbishment. If a landlord wants to raise the rent, get people out, get new people in, charge them more, substantial refurbishment is the way to go these days. Particularly since the mass evictions, particularly this is the case with mass evictions, since the Tyrrellstown Amendment came in. The Minister must close this loophole. The organisation Threshold state tonight in the Cork Evening Echo that there is a mass eviction pending in Cork City.
Same applies to Deputy Cullen. We're talking not in the general sense about housing, we're talking about the Labour Party bill. So it would be more appropriate if you focused on the contents of the bill.
I will focus on the contents of the bill. And there are families being made homeless here at Leeside Apartments, at the corner of Grattan Street and Bachelor's Quay. 70 households have received notices to quit. The reason alleged substantial refurbishment and renovation. These apartment blocks were sold earlier this year. The property piece in the Irish Independent said that the rental income is currently €676,000 and could be increased to €970,000. The apartments were bought by the Laria Fa Fund 2 DAC. It has two directors. 24 of his 25 directorships are based in a building in Molesworth Street. The other one, all 12 of his are. That Molesworth Street building is the home of 593 companies, which leads me to think that we're looking at a vulture fund style operation here.
But we're talking about a bill.
Okay. And so on the issue of the bill, I believe. That's true.
We'll be coming to you in a minute.
I believe that people who have notices to quit hanging over them, right, that those people and those families should be included in the homelessness figures. Because in this apartment block, we have young families, they have kids who go to school in the vicinity of the apartment block. One family I spoke to pays €700 per month rent, has gone out and started to look for alternative accommodation. The price is being asked €1,000, €1,100, €1,200, €1,300, queues going out the door at those properties. Homelessness is a real threat for these families. So, we're looking here at the issue of mass evictions. The reason is profiteering. It's outrageous. People should organise and people should fight against it. And Minister, you must close this loophole. In conclusion, Count Corla, people with notices to quit hanging over them should be counted in the figures, in our opinion. We will be supporting this proposal. And the final point I make is this. The Minister has said that homelessness is not normal. You're contradicting the chair of the Housing Agency. If you really believe that, you should ask him to withdraw his comments. Or are we looking at a game of good cop, bad cop here, where the Taoiseach says that the homelessness figures are low, where the junior minister says that we'll be viewed poorly internationally if people keep talking about homelessness, and where the chair of the Housing Agency says the figures are normal. There is an attempt here to normalise and to minimise the homelessness crisis. It's cold, it's calculating, it's coordinated. The people involved in it, the Fine Gael ministers, should be ashamed of themselves, but I do not think they will fool the Irish people on this issue.
Thank you, Deputy. Deputy Kenny.